Guys, my name is Rebecca Iniwa, an entrepreneur, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be discussing with you things you should keep private. It's not everything you put out there, it's not everything about yourself you put out there, but some of us tend out to make mistakes and say a lot of things about our private life, things we do not need to put out there. So today I'm going to be discussing that with you. All right, so let's get right into it. Actually, I have a little note here. This is also a learning process for me as well, and I hope this video gives you some closure, or this video you are able to learn something out of it. Okay, so let's get right into the video. So number one, I'm going to be talking about why you should keep those things private. I'm just going to stay to number one, to protect yourself from giving information to the wrong people. All right, yeah, you don't know whom you're giving your private informations to. These are informations you do not have to disclose. All right, you don't know the kind of people you are giving this informations to, so you have to be very careful the people you tell these things to. And then number two, it must be uncomfortable when people listen to you talk about certain things. You don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, but when you tend to talk about these things with other people, it can make them uncomfortable. So you want to avoid that. All right. So now we are going to be talking about the things we should keep private to ourselves. So let's get right into it. So our number one is intimate details with your partner. Have you been discussing your intimate moments with people? If you have, put a stop to it now. These things are private. It should be between you and your partner. You should not be discussing this with others. It's a no-no. So if you're fond of doing that, please desist from it. It's not a nice thing at all. Anything that happens between you and your partner in privacy should stay private. All right, so another one is income and financial situation. Don't share your income or financial situation with people. Let me give you an example. You're working in an office. Do you discuss your salary with your co-workers? You don't. Barely do you see workers discuss their salaries with each other, or your financial status, how much you have in the bank. You do not discuss such information to people. You have to keep those private. All right. So anyway, guys, so let's go to the next point. The next point is your future goals. If you have future plans, be careful as to how you discuss it, because people might tend to discourage you from achieving these goals. So you don't discuss these future goals with people. You don't go about discussing them. Be careful the kind of people you discuss these things with. All right, because when you discuss these things, they might tend to discourage you from achieving this goal. All right, so the next one is arguments and fights. All right, so if you have arguments and fights with people, or let's say friends, 10 people come around, what happens? People will just be asking you a lot of questions. What happens? You do not want to be discussing that with other people. You just say, oh, it was nothing, it was just a misunderstanding, and stop there. You don't go about explaining yourself or explaining what actually caused this fight between you or your friend or anybody else, whoever you've had that altercation with. You don't want to go ahead and be explaining that to other people. All right, so if you're fond of doing that, please try to desist from it. So our next point is family problems. Nobody is perfect. No family is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Trust me, no family is. So you don't go out there discussing your family problems with others. These things should be private. It should be between you and your family. Don't go about discussing or disclosing family issues, family secrets to others. It's a no-no. So if you are fan of doing that, please have a rethink, because these things are private and it should be in your family. All right, so the next one is medical conditions. You don't go about talking about your medical condition, or you don't talk about your medical condition to others. If you're giving this information to the wrong people, then you know what I'm talking about. So please, your medical conditions should be between you and your family. You should not go about discussing this, or to people you trust. You should not go about discussing this with others, okay? Please. So if you're a fan of discussing your medical condition with other people, please, I would advise you put a stop to it. Okay, you should discuss this with doctors and stuff. If you have a medical condition, you should discuss this with your doctor, your family, and probably people you really trust. Okay, so don't just discuss your medical condition with just anybody. All right, so the next one is act of kindness. Nowadays people do charity works, and then you see it all over social media. I'm not saying it's wrong. If you feel like putting it out there, that is your issue. But I feel personally that when you lend a hand to someone, or you help someone, or you've given something to someone, it should be between you and your God. It should be between you and that person. You don't go about telling people, I did that, I did this, I did that. All right, help people because you want to do something good. All right, not because you want something in return. So let's go. That takes us to our next point, which is therapy sessions. You don't discuss details of your therapy session with people. This needs to be private. It's between you and your therapist. So you don't have to be discussing these issues with other people. You don't want to. All right? Okay, so secrets about others. Have you ever discussed secrets? Someone or a friend confided in you with other people? If you have, please. It's not a nice thing at all. So don't be discussing secrets of others with you. They've trusted you enough. You see, before someone is able to open up and tell you things about themselves, probably they've really trusted you enough to discuss these things with you. So you don't want to go out there and be spilling the secrets. Someone who trusted you or confided in you discussed with you. Don't do that. All right, so you have to desist from it. If you do that, probably you talk, and then please don't. All right, and then my last point is mistakes and regrets. I personally, I mean, when I make mistake and I regret something, I tend to talk to people. I've made this mistake, I've regrets, but I've realized with time that it will do no good. All right, our mistakes, our mistake, let me say, does not define us. It does not. So please, we are humans. We are bound to make mistakes. We are bound to have regrets. But don't go around discussing with people, because that does not define you. That is not who you are. All right, so desist from discussing your regret or mistake with others. Okay, just learn from them and move on. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.